The story of David and Goliath is one of the most well-known narratives from the Bible, found in 1 Samuel chapter 17. It is a tale of faith, courage, and the triumph of the underdog. Here's a summary of the story. The Philistines and the Israelites were at war. The two armies faced each other on opposite hills with a valley between them. Among the Philistines was a giant warrior named Goliath from Gath. He stood over 9 feet tall, wore heavy bronze armor, and carried an enormous spear. For 40 days, Goliath came forward each morning and evening, taunting the Israelites and challenging them to send a champion to fight him. He declared that if he were defeated, the Philistines would become the Israelites' servants, but if he won, the Israelites would serve the Philistines. The Israelite soldiers were terrified and refused to face him. David was the youngest son of Jesse, a shepherd boy who tended his father's flocks. His 3 eldest brothers were serving in King Saul's army. One day, Jesse sent David to the battlefield to deliver food to his brothers and bring back news. When David arrived, he heard Goliath's taunts and saw the fear in the Israelite camp. Outraged that no one was willing to stand up to Goliath, David offered to fight him. King Saul initially dismissed David because he was just a boy, but David recounted how he had defended his sheep from lions and bears, trusting in God to protect him. He believed that the same God would deliver him from Goliath. Saul reluctantly agreed and tried to outfit David with his own armor, but it was too heavy for the young shepherd. Instead, David chose to fight with what he knew: his sling and 5 smooth stones from a stream. Armed with his staff, sling, and faith in God, David approached Goliath. Goliath mocked David, calling him a mere boy and cursing him. But David replied boldly, "You come against me with sword and spear, but I come against you in the name of the Lord Almighty, the God of the armies of Israel, whom you have defied. This day the Lord will deliver you into my hands." As Goliath moved closer, David quickly slung a stone from his sling. The stone struck Goliath on the forehead, and the giant fell face down to the ground. David then ran to Goliath, took his sword, and cut off his head to ensure the victory. When the Philistines saw that their champion was dead, they fled in fear. The Israelites pursued them, defeating them soundly. David's bravery and faith in God brought a great victory to Israel and marked the beginning of his rise to prominence. King Saul took notice of David, and he eventually became one of Israel's greatest kings. The story of David and Goliath teaches several important lessons. 1. Faith over fear. Trust in God can help overcome any obstacle, no matter how intimidating. 2. God uses the humble. David, a young shepherd, was chosen by God to achieve a great victory. 3. Courage and action. True courage is stepping out in faith even when others are paralyzed by fear. This timeless tale continues to inspire people to face their own giants with faith and determination.